If you just inherited a house in Georgia, one word is about to follow you everywhere. Probate. Everybody says it. Almost nobody actually teaches you how it works. By the end of this video, you'll understand it better than most people who've already been through it. I'm Alexis with Riv Buys Properties. If someone you love passed and left a house behind in Georgia, you're probably tired and getting advice from 10 different directions. So I'm going to teach you exactly how probate works in this state, step by step, in real terms. And because the legal side matters, we're partnered with some of the best probate attorneys in Georgia, so you are never figuring this out alone. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. If you just inherited a house in Georgia, one word is about to follow you everywhere. Probate. Everybody says it, almost nobody actually teaches you how it works. So let's fix that, because by the end of this, you'll understand it better than most people who've already been through it. Most people hear the word and picture something slow, expensive, and scary. A court, lawyers, paperwork they don't understand, so they freeze because no one ever sat them down and explained what's actually happening. Here's what it really is. Probate is the legal process a court uses to transfer what a person owned after they die. A judge confirms who's in charge, makes sure real debts get paid, and makes sure the right people legally receive what's left, including the house. It's not a punishment. It's the system that lets ownership pass cleanly to the next person. And here's something almost no one explains. Not everything goes through probate. Accounts with a named beneficiary, like life insurance or retirement, usually pass straight to that person. A home owned jointly with right of survivorship often passes to the co-owner automatically. Anything in a living trust skips probate too. What usually does go through is property owned in the person's name alone, and for most families, that's the house. Georgia requires this for 2 reasons. It protects the real heirs, and it clears the title on the house. Until a court says who legally controls the property, the title is frozen, and a frozen title can't be sold. Probate is handled by the probate court in the county where the person lived. All 159 Georgia counties have one. Same law statewide, but each court runs its own schedule. When there's a will, there are 2 ways to probate it. Common form is faster, but stays open to challenge for up to 4 years. Solemn form gives notice to all the heirs and becomes final and hard to contest. Most attorneys steer families to solemn form because nobody wants to sell a house and have the will challenged later. If there's a will, it usually names an executor, and the court issues letters testamentary, their authority to act. If there's no will, the court appoints an administrator and issues letters of administration, and Georgia law decides who inherits. Here, a spouse and the children split the estate, but the spouse never gets less than a third. One thing that catches families off guard: without a will, the court often requires the administrator to post a bond, an insurance policy protecting the heirs. A will usually waives that bond, which is one more reason a will makes everything smoother. Whether they're an executor or administrator, the job is 4 things: take inventory, notify creditors, pay the valid debts and taxes, distribute what's left. The house sits in the middle of all of it. About those creditors, Georgia publishes a notice, usually in the county legal paper, and creditors get a few months to bring a claim. That window is built in and has to pass. It feels slow, but it protects you because once it closes, you know what's truly owed. Now, the part that quietly hurts the most: probate doesn't pause the bills. The mortgage still has to be paid. The property taxes keep accruing. The insurance has to stay active. And an empty house still needs upkeep. Good news though, a federal law called Garn-St. lets close family take over the existing mortgage without the lender calling the loan due. So if you want to keep it, you often can. And if you don't, you'll want to move before the holding costs pile up. Not every estate takes the long road, and this can save months. If the heirs agree and there are no real debts, there's a simpler route called no administration necessary. There's also year support, which can let a surviving spouse or minor children receive property, even the house, ahead of most creditors. Ask an attorney whether either fits you. So how does the house get sold? The court has to appoint the executor or administrator and issue letters. If the will gives power of sale, the executor can usually sell without going back to court. Without a will, the administrator often has to petition the court for leave to sell first. A good attorney handles that routinely. And hear this clearly, you don't have to figure out the legal side alone. We're partnered with some of the best probate attorneys in Georgia, and connecting you with the right one costs you nothing. Whether you sell to us or not, we'd rather you have real guidance than guess your way through a court process while you're grieving. How long does it all take? It varies. A straightforward estate often runs several months, a complicated one, a year or more. Part of that is the creditor window and the court schedule. It's a marathon with a real finish line, not an open-ended maze. So where do we come in? If listing on the market is right for you, do that. But for a lot of families, the house is the heaviest part. It needs work. It's full of a lifetime of belongings. Everyone lives in a different state, and nobody has the energy. We buy houses in probate across Georgia. As is, you don't clean it out, you don't fix a thing. We work alongside your attorney and the court's timeline. We never rush the court. We just take the house off your plate when you're ready. And just so it's clear, we are direct buyers, not listing agents, and not wholesalers passing your contract to a stranger. If you have a house tangled up in probate and you want a clear next step with no pressure, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at rivbuysproperties.com. We'll help you understand your options, and we can connect you with a trusted Georgia probate attorney. You don't have to carry the house part alone. If you have a house tied up in probate and you want a clear next step, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at rivbuysproperties.com. We're a family that buys houses in probate across Georgia, as is and on your timeline, and we can point you to one of the trusted Georgia probate attorneys we work with. No pressure, no obligation. You don't have to carry the house part alone.